Hello and welcome to the incredibly influential and highly successful podcast. My name is Kale. I'm incredibly influential.
My name's Danny. I'm highly successful.
Today is Monday, September 15th as we're recording this. Oh man, I'm sorry again that we keep not getting these out on time. Like that we keep waiting for the last minute. That does genuinely suck. But man, I've just had it fucking every week, every single week is just nonstop busy. Like every single week. Never ever take more than 18 hours, kids. It's not worth it. It's genuinely not worth it. Like I'm actually dying from stress right now. It's so shitty. But we keep on trucking. We're doing pretty good. We're getting there. Um I'm taking so many classes, but I can't believe I had to do this. I had to check and see that I'm not taking the same class again because I was working on like I was going through like the coursework of my class, and I've had this professor before. I took a business law of business organizations, I believe is the full title of the class. And uh it was it was pretty insightful, pretty good. I like the professor, I like the class. um he's like a real lawyer, real juris doctor, um young guy, pretty cool. And then sadly I'm taking a class with him again online instead of in person, which is kind of lame because he's definitely better in person. But like a lot of the assignments and the textbook and like everything are like all the same. So I've like had this like sneaking suspicion that they were literally like the same exact class. So like thankfully I like went in and I checked and I'm uh like okay, it's not the same class. It is a different class. But like I really don't like when professors do that, when they like reuse like a lot of the same content for the for different classes. I really dislike that, because if they're both required for you to like graduate in a major, that just it really honks me off. Dan, have you ever had an experience like that?
Like, where I've taken a class in person and taken the same professor online.
No, where you take a class and then you take a different class, but they reuse a lot of the same assignments and like the same textbook and a lot and all that, right? Have you ever had that kind of experience?
Well, I have classes that use the same textbook. That's usually like Cal 1, Cal 2, Cal 3, all is the same textbook. But in terms of like same assignments, yeah, that's strange.
Yeah, like it's literally it's called the same thing. It's the same. I'm pretty sure it's the exact same assignment, and I'm pretty sure I still have it written in my fucking Google Docs somewhere. It's
I was talking to somebody and they told me that um the class that I'm taking right now
mhm.
is apparently just a combination of two different classes. So it's better for me to take the combined one instead of just the two different ones.
Yeah.
I don't know what the two different ones are, but I'm taking e-math or engineering math, and they said it's a combination of like differential equations and something else. I can't remember what the other one was.
Mhm.
But this course is just the same. So I guess that's kind of similar, but not quite.
Yeah, I don't know. It feels weird, but like I feel like because this isn't the first time I've had a similar issue to this. I had an issue with this back in when was it? When was it? It was like back during my associates, I was doing a lot of like Microsoft Office classes, right? And oh man, let me just fucking tell you. I I complained about it back then, and I'm gonna complain about it fucking now. Dear God, if I ever have to do Microsoft Access ever again, I want you to come down. The Lord Himself, I want Him to come down and just wipe me off the earth. Get me out of here. Do not do not let me have to do this, please. I'm begging you. It is the most boring shit in the entire fucking world. And as of this summer, I've had to do like 4 classes with it, and like 3 of them use the exact same assignments from the exact same textbooks, and it's goddamn ridiculous that I've had to prove my proficiency with Microsoft Access over and over and over when nobody uses it in real life. Like that's the shit. Like, I know it's cliche to be like, why don't you teach us shit that we're actually gonna use? But like, please, really teach us some of this shit, right? Because I've never heard of anyone using Microsoft Access in real life. I had never even fucking heard of it
What is
until
what one is Microsoft Access? Because I know that they have like a whole suite of products, but I don't know what Access is.
it's for making databases. Uh,
Mm.
and it's like, yeah, it's like a relationship manager, so you can like connect the data from one thing to another thing, and it's like, yeah, I guess that might be useful fucking 80 years ago, but like, nobody uses it now. I genuinely have never heard of it. My mom was a CMA for uh about as long as I've been alive, and she never told me about it. She always told me that she was using Excel all the time, always. My dad worked a ton of different jobs, and he never told me about Microsoft Access. He was always using Excel for like all his like management shit. My stepmom got her MBA. She's a project manager. She's never told me that she's had to use Microsoft Access. Fucking yeah, nobody in their right mind has ever had to use Microsoft Access because it sucks. It's a fucking terrible, terrible fucking system, and it's really soul crushing to look at. Um, and actually, I'm doing a project on. I'm doing my honors thesis on attention and color in the workplace, and I wonder if it's the color scheme. Like, the work is soul crushing regardless, but Excel is in that nice green, and like, it's nice and soothing. But also, I feel like in my genes and in my blood is is the desire to do Microsoft Excel, because I have 2 parents who spent years in the corporate world. So maybe that just seeped down to me. But like, Excel's got that nice like dark green. It's very very soothing. Um, but Microsoft Access is all red, and it's very stressful to look at. But also, it's just a great deal more complicated, and there's more shit going on in there. Like, I would say Microsoft Excel is about 75% as complicated as Microsoft Access is, and it's just like really fucking annoying. Cuz like with Excel, you can have like one fuck up in a formula, and that's like a cascading failure. But Microsoft Access has everything interrelated. So if you've one fuck up, if you have one fuck up in an Excel, that ruins a whole table. If you have one fuck up in Access, it fucks up the entire database. And it's just fucking annoying. And Bill Gates will hear this till the day I fucking die. If I ever meet Bill Gates, I'm going to be like, bro, you fucked up when you made Access. Turn that shit off. Shit sucks. Get it
You
out of
see,
here.
I've been trying recently to get better at using Sheets
Mm-hmm.
because that's like what my organization uses for a few things.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a friend of mine who who's done Sheet in Excel, and I keep asking her questions, and she keeps getting confused because apparently there's slight differences.
There are. The shortcuts, I think, are different, and you get more options uh in your fucking what's it called? What's it called? Like your suite of abilities, you get more options with Excel. You can just do more shit. Just in the top
I
what's
just
the top bar thing, you know? Like Google Sheets, I'm sure you can do more, but like all the options are like hidden away. But with Excel, they're kind of all out in the open, and it can be a little bit overwhelming. I'll be honest, but like the more you get familiar with it, the more it's like it's not too bad. But I'd rather not use it. But I'll admit there have been some times when I've created a pretty banger spreadsheet, and it's like it is kind of satisfying to watch it all, you know, click into place and like everything autofills and it's all correct. That is kind of fucking satisfying. I'm not even gonna lie about that. And I feel like such
I
a
really
virgin
do.
for saying that.
I really enjoy just how everything is on Chrome. Like all the apps are on Chrome, so I don't have to
Yeah.
have separate applications, right?
Mhm.
Also, if I wasn't in school, um, like Excel and Word and all that aren't free, I don't believe.
No, they're I got free access to them because I bought a PC, but um yeah, no, they're you do have to pay subscriptions for them. And the idea of having to pay for Microsoft Access fills my blood with an inescapable, unassailable rage that they not only expect me to, uh, use this piece of shit, but to fucking pay for it is kind of fucking ridiculous.
What's happened, like as I've been in school, right, is that like in high school, I was much more familiar with the Google products, and then college just started asking me to use Word all the time, and now I kind of have forgotten how to use Docs.
Well, the thing with Docs is you just download as a Word document. It's super easy. I've not, yeah, they've asked me to do to submit as Word documents, but I fucking it's like two buttons. It's not that difficult.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. I've just got so used to like where things are in Word that whenever I go to Docs, it takes me a while to find certain things. Like the formatting stuff in Docs is always something that it takes a second, but it takes even longer because I'm used to Word.
I mean, it's really not like that.
It's not that bad. It's just I I noticed that all the college people love the Microsoft Suite stuff.
Yeah, I mean, the way we have to submit them is always through um so we use, instead of using something, decent like Canvas, our school's poor, so we have to use Brightspace. Um, and
Well,
that
see,
shit's
I
fucking
use
terrible.
I use both. I use
Uh,
one at my community college and one at university.
which one uses your which one uses which?
So, it's Brightspace D2L, right? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
That's the one I
Brightspace by
use.
D2L. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one that I use at Lone Star.
Okay, that makes sense. They're poor.
And I've been using it for a long time, so I'm not too bothered by it. I
The
feel like it.
tragic thing is Vandy uses Brightspace. I thought Vandy was kind of, I thought Vandy could afford Canvas, but no, I guess not. Yeah, the fact that Vanderbilt has to use fucking Canvas, that's tragic. Yeah, but
And then yeah, then U of H has
mhm,
their Canvas, which I'm still getting used to Canvas because I've only used it a few times.
yeah, Purdue uses Brightspace too. Um, NYU, that's crazy work. Really, NYU, that's insane. I really thought better of them. But, MIT, Ohio State, Cornell, Duke, they're on Canvas. So that's how you can tell who's got money and who don't got money. And apparently Vanderbilt don't got money. And that's kind of, that actually changes my opinion on Vandy. They're kind of going down a few slots. on my application list if they're still using Brightspace. Like, come on.
Well,
Yeah.
don't worry. We got U of H at least. We got a Canvas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I've I don't know. Hopefully more schools don't switch that. I know Department of Education is holding all the money because they want to spend it on dumb bullshit. But here we go. Well, we'll see. Um, Shit's gonna be tight. I'm really pissed off that I have to apply for grad school in this time when fucking universities are not making any goddamn moolah, not from the government, and there's like a demographic shortage of like people our age going to college. Uh, so it's like that is really fucking tragic. You know, like it's like when people complain about like, oh, boomers got to buy a house when it was super cheap and now fucking now it's like super expensive. It's like that but for college, right? That the college market, the demand is so low from students because not only are there less of them to go around, they've like actually started going less, right? But I will say, I've the programs that I'm like applying to. Oh, I guess I was gonna say I guess I kind of get a little bit of a DEI thing because in my psych program right now I'm one of the only uh, white males. You know, like mostly males. It's a very white field, but males are in a low supply. But like in research, that's certainly more male focused. So I can't really I can't really say that. So I don't even get the DEI bonus. That sucks. But yeah, no, it's tough this year. It's fucking getting into grad schools is going to be real difficult up until fucking someone who actually values education takes office. But that's not gonna fucking happen because half this country's fucking retarded. Uh, More than half. Like, well, I'm going to talk about it later by myself. About the Charlie Kirk situation. You'll notice this episode isn't sponsored. Um, Danny, I'm not even going to involve you in it, but uh, like I have my own thoughts on it, and they might be a bit controversial, and so I don't want to force anyone into I don't want to force anyone into being attached to it. You guys can disavow it if you want. Um, but yeah, like we are living in a country run by the least intelligent people in the entire fucking world, and it's tragic because we used to have very smart presidents. We used to have FDR. We used to have Teddy Roosevelt. We used to have JFK, and now we have a gibbering fucking idiot who apparently can't even have half the side of his face up. Did you see anything about that, Danny?
No,
You haven't. Oh my god, you haven't seen the photos of Trump after Wednesday or Thursday, I guess.
no. I've heard there's a lot of things always going on, and I don't pay too much attention to it.
Man, you're missing out. He actually, it looks like he suffered a stroke uh recently. Um he's been when he went out in public on Thursday, like half of his face is just like drooping, like sloughing off of his skull, and that looks like Bell's palsy. So like, and right when Charlie Kirk died, um, he released a statement that totally looked like it was AI, and like when you look at it, right, like when you like look at the statement he put out, his hands don't move for like 4.5 minutes, and like the background looks weird, and it's like, oh, it really does, it looks like it's fucking AI, right? And so it's like, why is he doing an AI video. And so that's kind of weird. But yeah, he went out in public on Thursday and like half the side of his face was drooping. And I don't know if that's still happening. I haven't seen any stills of him semi recently. But yeah, that's not looking good when like half of your face is drooping. I forget if there's like a drug that can do that to you temporarily, but like if he is not on that, then that's like Bell's palsy and that's the sign of a fucking stroke. And that's not good. I wouldn't, you know, I've been betting on Kalshi of there's a bet going. Do you know what Kalshi is?
I've heard about a bet going, and I don't know too much about it besides apparently it has something to do with Donald Trump dying, I believe.
So the Kalshi for the folks at home who don't know what it is, Danny, uh I don't feel like you answered that question.
I
but
said I know some of it, but I don't know if I'm thinking of the right thing.
oh, I was just wondering if you know about the website Kalshi.
I is that related to what I said at all? I feel like it might be.
Kind of. So Kalshi is a betting website um where you just bet on not just sports. Like they have a sports section, but they just bet on anything. Like sometimes they'll bet about or one of the big things is you can bet on what's the high temperature in X city, right? So New York, Philly, Chicago, Los Angeles, those cities. You can bet on like the high and low temperatures.
See,
Um,
I heard something last year, and tell me if this is also a part of what you're talking about, right?
mhm.
I heard there was a bet somewhere online. It might be this website that uh that Biden would pardon his son.
Yeah, I think that was Kalshi.
That's the same thing.
Yeah, you can bet on like literally everything. And so yeah, so
Mm.
Kalshi is yeah, you just go in and for example, I'm betting on does Kanye have a number one album this year? I said no. That looks to be the case. That's a pretty safe bet. Um uh but the bet that I'm talking about is Trump out as president this year. And surprisingly, him coming out with Bell's palsy in public, like seeming to have suffered a stroke, has actually made the likelihood, I think, go down. And I don't know how that's possible. But like going in on like September 11th, right? Around like 7 or 8 p.m. it spiked a little bit. September 12th, I think it hit like the weekly maybe not the weekly high, but like pretty pretty high, right? With a 7.6% chance, but like now we're down to like 5%. So it's like kind of crazy that like the president can walk out having a stroke and people think he's more likely to live for the rest of the year or not even just live. It's Trump out as president. He doesn't have to die. He can resign. He could like be impeached and removed from office. Any of that shit. Like shit's fucking any possible way of him leaving office and he would like and the bet would pay out. But they're saying it's less likely now, which I think is crazy because again, I I'm not that kind of psychologist. I'm not like a clinical psychologist guy. So I will 100% say that like it's not my wheelhouse, but that 100% looks like Bell's palsy and like half of his face is drooping. And the only medicine like the only time I've heard of medicine doing that is in like cases that's really like you're taking a really strong medication for a really bad medical issue. So, yeah, I don't know what's going on with him, but I really don't think it can be good. And like, I don't want to get my hopes up or anything, but like, man, that's crazy. But anywho, I people are saying it's so unlikely that uh I've if that does happen, I get a I put what $2 on this if he does leave office before December 31st. I get $24 out of it. Like that's how unlikely it is. So it's quite a bit of quite a bit of moolah riding on it. But you know, at least I'll be richer if JD Vance takes office and fucks up the country even worse. Because Jesus fucking Christ. But yes, that was interesting to see like the likelihood go down after he had a stroke. But yeah, I thankfully I haven't been on Kalshi as much as I thought. I thought as soon as I made a Kalshi account, I would be like completely fucking glued to it. But like I just check it once or twice a day, and that's fine, right? I still check my stocks more, and you know, yeah. Did I say how much how good of a year I've had in the stock market? Have I said that?
I don't believe so.
I've had a pretty fucking banger year this year. It's been ever since like mm, let's go by years this year. I've had a 20% return this year. Earlier this earlier like I think last month it was like 40%. Oh, if you do year to day, in my non-retirement account, I've had about 35%, and then in my retirement account, I've had about 15%. So that averages out. If you do like 1 year not to the day, then it's about 40% in my normal account and 25% in my retirement account. So that's just like return on investment, not like adding things, um, like not like putting money into it. It's not taking into account like contributions like that. It's just going like getting returns on investments, and so that's pretty fucking solid. It's pretty good. Um, yeah. So since September, I guess I've gotten since September of last year. I guess I've gotten pretty good. I mean, like I lost a little bit from like February through April, and then May finally started making money again. But like I feel like almost everyone lost money there, just because Trump fucked the entire market with tariffs. But like, hey, we're making that moolah back. So I don't know. I guess I'll should I share my secret? I feel like it's really really fucking it's almost embarrassing that I've used it and I've made so much money on it. But I, f- I feel like if I shared my secret, I feel like that would be pretty funny. Um, Danny, do you invest?
Not often.
Do you have a Roth IRA?
Not at the moment.
Man, you should really open one. It's a good investment. Um,
That's probably what I'm gonna do eventually, but it's not been super, I guess, on top of my list of things.
yeah, I don't know. I try to put $5 a week in my retirement account. It's I don't know. It's been tough though. I've been like looking into it, and I've just been like, damn, I really can't. Can I justify doing that when $5 a week? If I went to Aldi and spent $5, I could buy like decent sized bag of rice and pay for like 3 days worth of meals. And it's like, yeah, like that would be a lot of money that I could, you know, not be um saving up for the future. Cause like, man, I don't fucking know what's gonna happen tomorrow. It's like the fucking John Mulaney bit with the horse in the hospital, man. Like shit's going all fucky, and I don't like it. I'm not a fan of shit going fucky. So I'm trying to stay optimistic and trying to like invest in my fucking future. But like it's like, can I even count on can I even count on like the next 10 years? Like, are our financial institutions safe enough for that? Are like can they guarantee, like, yes, the FDIC insures like 250,000, right? But like, can the American government back up the FDIC, right? because or like can the banks even afford to back up the FDIC? Because like that shit is 250,000 for every single bank account in the country, like completely insured. I don't know if that's feasible. So that's a little bit scary. But anywho, my secret is, like I said, it's very embarrassing. What I do is I go on Yahoo, I find the top trending stocks, I find the ones that are like down a couple percentage points for the day, and I buy them. And usually in like a week or two, they're back up above, 5% more. Like they've made a return of 5%. And that's capital gains tax. So don't sell your stocks until they made 5%. And then I sell them when they're over five. Sometimes I wait till they're like 10, 7, 10, sometimes more. But when I get a good deal, I sell it. I lock in my gains. I feel like that's what you got to do. You got to lock in your gains. Locking in losses is pretty bad, but if you just like tolerate the risk and you're like, okay, I'm going to sell now. I'm not going to, I'm not going to sit on this anymore, right? Like, I don't want to ride the wave too high because eventually it comes crashing down, So I've lost some like good opportunities on that, but I've locked in gains, and I appreciate that, and I think that's probably the strat. But yeah, if you want to be like me, invest literally all your money in your retirement account into stocks. Don't don't do fixed income bullshit. Don't do fucking market mutual funds and fucking government bonds and all that shit. Go all in. It's crazy, but it works. Uh, like literally, my asset allocation is large cap equity 98%, global equity 1.5%, and small mid US equity 0.04%. So I'm everything is invested, and that's like the most risky play, like 100% super fucking risky, and you absolutely shouldn't do this if you have low risk tolerance. But I don't know, it's paid out for me so far. That's I've lost I lost a lot of money back in April. I went down from over almost 1,200 to barely 10 and a half. But you know what? We're here. And man, I just love like logging in sometimes and just seeing like the numbers go up. That's my favorite thing. That shit gives me like the best fucking dopamine release in the entire world, man. Have you really should be investing. Like that shit fucking hits. When you make a good fucking trade, the dopamine from that is just like, mm, some good shit. I love it. I love it.
Hmm. Hmm.
But yeah, I'm glad I didn't get into fucking Kalshi as much as I thought I would. I put $30 in and I've committed to only using that $30, right? I'll when I when I make a decent profit there, I'll take it out, but I want to keep just around $30 in there and not do too much. And if the money runs out, then the money runs out. I'm not going to invest anymore in it, you know, because I've got a proven strategy. I don't need to. I need to waste my money on doing shit that has a lot more uncertainty, even than fucking stocks and shit. But I made some good trades and some bad trades on Kalshi. Right now, I'm a little bit down, but the good news is you can sell your bets, so you can like they're kind of like stocks, but they're like bets on just like real events. So you can do that, and I think that's neat. That's kind of nifty. So I appreciate Kalshi for what it is, and yeah, if I ever get too into Kalshi, I need you to fucking if I invest any more into it, I need you to fucking delete my account. But like for
I think
now,
that, what you need to be doing is you need to
hmm
be going on Wall Street bets.
God, thank
And
thank fuck I'm not that bad. Every day I wake up and I'm like, thank God I'm not that bad. I'm not that fucking cooked. I'm
And you need
top
to
trending stocks on Yahoo cooked,
whatever
but I'm
their
not Wall
top
Street Bets cooked.
whatever their top post is, that's what you gotta go all in on.
Bro, no way. No fucking shot. I've, you know, I have high risk tolerance, but they're fucking crazy. Like that is fucking insane because they're almost always wrong. It's really funny. Like the GameStop thing and the AMC thing are like the only two times they've ever been right. Yeah.
But look how big those were.
They were huge. They were huge. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm not I'm not gonna lie to you about
Imagine
that.
that dopamine.
Yeah. I've thought of, I thankfully I never go there. I never go there. I never touch that shit. No way. No way, no how. You're not gonna I'm never gonna be that bad. Okay. I'm a degenerate fucking gambling addict, but I'm not that degenerate and I'm not that addicted. Okay. I'm gonna make it. But yeah. I can't believe you never opened a fucking Roth IRA, man. I did that shit when I turned 18. It was my 18th fucking birthday, and I was like on it. I was there. I made the call that fucking day. And I was like, get me in here. I need to start fucking buying shit. And I did. And I've had some stocks since I was like 18. And they've actually kind of done pretty well. Like I said, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not certified. Don't take this as like personal advice because a lot of this shit's stupid. But Vanguard Growth, I've had a lot of success with that. So um it's been my rock for many years. Um
Vanguard growth, Wall Street bets. We have a lot of good suggestions here. I think that
mhm.
we're going to persuade the masses,
Mhm.
and we're going to make sure they're taken care of. So here we go, guys. Wall Street bets. Don't forget about that. That was my suggestion.
I heard somewhere that when you invest in something, it should double in value over 7 years. I don't know where I heard that. I might have just like schizophrenically hallucinated that. But I think Vanguard Growth is on track to do that. I've made about like 60% on it in in what is that? Almost 5 years. Yeah, it's been my rock.
But hear me
Um
out, guys. What if you can quintuple your money in a couple of days? And that's where the casinos can help you out here.
oh yeah, bet your
Go
entire
all
house on red.
in.
Yeah.
Go all in on 00.
Bet your entire house on green. Do it. Don't be a pussy. Um
Yes.
uh update. Uh I bought my first stock with them on November 30th, 2020. It has been a little less than 5 years and it is 93.5% growth. So it's beating the 7-year rule. Again, I don't know where I heard that though. So I I I I can't tell you if that's real for sure. I really can't. And I'm a little bit worried that I have, I've staked so much on it. But like yeah, they've it's about doubled in 5 years. So that's some good shit, and they pay good dividends. And always reinvest your dividends. It's a good idea. And so yeah, it's just been like compounding growth. Man, I've I've had so many like between dividends and like just actually putting money into it. I've had so many fucking transactions. Like I'm just going through and I'm just seeing like quarterly like uh every quarter for the last 5 years I've been getting stuff and I've been buying more. And yeah, it's definitely made a lot of its money back. um yeah, there's not a single time that I've gotten a Vanguard Growth stock as of as of September 15th 2025 where it's not been fucking made its money back and more. I think the lowest is I just got paid July 1st. I got some dividends from that, and they've already made almost 8% back. So yeah, Vanguard Growth. The tag is Voog, VOOG. It's some good stuff there. It's yeah, the it's really really nice. I really appreciate it, and it's been my rock for many years. Uh, yeah, I highly recommend it. But you know, like if you're gonna go all in on stocks, but you're still kind of risk averse, that's kind of a safe one. Definitely diversify your portfolio a whole bunch, but as of today, you know what I looked up? I looked up something, and it was really really fascinating. Um, which do you think has better market days, Fridays or Mondays?
Um, Mondays.
You think Mondays are better? Actually, it's Fridays. There's like a documented, like well measured sort of phenomenon where people are really really optimistic going into the weekend. Like generally, people on the market are very optimistic when they go into a weekend. So Fridays generally stocks do a lot better than they do on Mondays. And like people come out of the weekend on Mondays and they're very very pessimistic. So the market generally goes down on Mondays. But yeah, I've literally noticed that uh like ever since I really got into like day trading, I've noticed that a lot. That like Mondays are really bad, and Fridays tend to be better. So um like yeah, but like the and then I think I looked into it that the Monday pessimism is actually stronger than the Friday optimism. So in general, Mondays suck worse than Fridays, but like uh or Mondays suck worse than Fridays are good. But like yeah, man, it's really interesting to see that. But like I would think that like if people are investing on the stock market, then they're generally like optimistic, right? Like because they're going in on a very risky position, right? So if they have a lot of money invested in the stock market, I would think that they would be more optimistic. But it turns out that again, if the Monday effect is stronger than the Friday effect, then I would say that the pessimism is stronger than the optimism. And as someone who fucking hates Mondays, uh,
What are you, Garfield?
we just had this bit last week too. We just had this fucking bit. Um, yeah. I also found out that Garfield has another catchphrase, which is "Whoever invented X should be dragged out in the street and shot." And that's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. Danny, shut the fuck up. Don't. I know what you're gonna do, and I don't want you to do it. Okay. Okay, sweet cheeks. Can you not do that? Thanks,
N-
pumpkin.
Not do what?
Perfect. There you go. Um, yeah. So definitely. I want to keep saying I am not a financial expert. Do not follow my advice. I'm a fucking loser who, in all likelihood, got lucky. I don't look at any financial analysis. Like I will go to the stock that I see is trending. I'll look at the headlines. I won't read the articles. I think I've read maybe one or two articles in my entire investing career. Um, and I'll look at the headlines, and I'll look at what the analysts say, because there's like a they do like an analyst thing where they say these experts say buy, this many say hold, and this many say sell. And sometimes I'll look at that if I'm like really having trouble deciding. But I just buy something when it's low and I sell it when it's high. I wish it was more sophisticated than that, but it's not. It's kind of tragic. And a lot of times when when I'm in a stock that's like really really low, like for example I bought Keurig Dr Pepper because they're buying Pete's, but they're also splitting the company right now. um uh they're really really low right now. They've had a in the past month they've been down almost three quarters, almost 25%. They've been down, and I they keep going lower. And so today I just doubled down and I bought them when they're even lower. And so sometimes you can do that and sometimes you can't. I've lost money sometimes, but on the whole I've gained a whole lot. And so you should, I mean, if you again, if you're really risk tolerant, you should do what I tell you, but you probably shouldn't because I'm a fucking dumbass.
This is financial advice. We are licensed
No,
money makers.
no. Licensed moneymakers, yes. I have a card in my wallet that says licensed moneymaker.
See, right? He agrees. Licensed money makers.
Yes, but not a financial advisor. We're not qualified to give financial advice. We just
We're
make
not, but we're
money.
gonna give it to you anyways.
Yeah, you don't
Take
have
our
to follow it.
advice.
You shouldn't follow it.
You should follow it.
If you want to be based and cool, you should follow it.
There you go. Like
But
if you
if
want to be
you
based and cool,
you should want to be based and cool, by the way. Being based and being cool, pretty cool. Um,
pretty based.
and pretty cool, but also pretty based. I love being based. Being based is awesome. Have you tried being based instead of being cringe? It's pretty cool. You should try it. And the best way to do that is by totally following all of my financial advice all the time, always. I wonder if I've beaten Nancy Pelosi this year because I had a pretty good year. I feel like 22% gain in 1 year. That's pretty good. Um, yeah, 35% in certain accounts. You know, not bad. Um, yeah, I wonder if I've beaten Nancy Pelosi. You know, there's like apps that you give them money and they just buy the exact same stocks as like a certain politician, right? Like you can give them Nancy Pelosi, you can give them fucking uh like because like they're required to disclose that shit, so like you can just follow what members of Congress are invested in. um and generally they're not as good as everyone says they are. Like for example, when Nvidia blew up this year, Nancy Pelosi did make some money on it, but she sold it before it like skyrocketed, so she lost like a bit of an opportunity there. So they're not as good as you'd like think they are, but they're almost always pretty good, and there's almost always like some unintentional or intentional insider trading. Like 100%, if they have control over their own stocks, like if they're able to like log into fucking Chase or whatever and do their fucking investing, like 100% they're going to be buying shit, and they have like some kind of unfair advantage whether they know it or not, and like that's just fucking how it is, right? So like if you want to do that, go ahead and do it. I don't do that. I make my own fucking choices with my stupid fucking retarded system, but it works for me, you know. But I will say this is the only advice that I can absolutely give you with 100% certainty, and you can take this to the bank, is it's never too early to invest. The best time to invest is now. The second best time to invest is 1 second from now. The third best time is 3 seconds from now. Always, get fucking started early because
Invest in 00 at your nearest casino. If you don't have the ability to because you're underage, give your money to your friend. I'm sure you can trust them with it.
I
Double
mean,
zero.
yeah. Also one more before Danny leaves and it's just me. Um the casino is fine if you keep winning slots because slots only pay out a designated amount. They're fine if you're playing poker because you have to pay a certain amount to them, and so they always get their cut. uh if you really if you want to avoid the casino being pissed off at you, don't play blackjack. Even though that's my game, I willingly recognize that if you make too much playing blackjack, they will absolutely fucking kick you out.
See,
um
what you could do is you could buy a bingo card and then just win big.
don't do that. Danny is unfathomably fucking lucky. Have you spent it all yet?
No, I've been chilling.
You should have put that shit in your fucking Roth IRA.
I'm doing great right now.
You could put in a fucking, what is it, a seventh, a sixth of your contribution limit. It's either 7,000 or 6,000 a year, and you could fucking put that shit away and that shit
Guys,
could compounding interest over the next
guys,
45 or the next 40 years.
I'm telling you, buy a bingo card. I have a good feeling for you.
Okay. Uh don't don't do what he says. Don't do what he says. Um but yeah, don't win too much at blackjack. Everything else is fine, but don't win too much at blackjack. There you go. Uh uh Danny, say goodbye to the audience.
Buy to the audience.
All right. Hi everyone. Danny's not going to be here for this part. Like I said, these are all my own thoughts. I've got some pretty controversial takes about it, and so I wanted to give him the opportunity to opt out and not really like you know not be fully attached to these. So these are all mine, all my takes. You don't have to you don't have to. If you want to target someone, fucking target me about it. I don't give a fuck. But I'm the one saying it, so don't be a pussy. Come after me. But I want to start by saying, you know, um, I wonder should I get all the trolling statements out of the way first, or should I give my real opinion? I guess I'll give my real opinion. Um, uh, so for those of you who somehow don't know, the right wing influencer Charlie Kirk got shot in the neck on Wednesday and died either on arrival or a little bit after going to the hospital at UVU in what is that, Provo, out in Utah. And uh, yeah, I mean, it was kind of stunning. I'll say I didn't really believe it. Like when I first saw it, I was like, oh man, people are fucking trolling. But like, yeah, he got shot in the neck. I think while I was in between classes, and then I sort of I checked Twitter after, and while I was in class, they released the news that he had like actually died from his injuries. And um, do I feel bad for Charlie Kirk himself? No. Do I feel bad for his wife? No. Do I feel bad for his kids? Maybe, but the primary age that people have their first like full memories is going to be 4. So hopefully they don't form like permanent memories of this event. Do I feel bad for the students who were there? Yes. Like, I that must have been like really terrifying to like watch a guy like get shot in the neck, like in front of you. Like, we've been prepping for school shootings for basically our entire educational career. I know that we were having like intruder drills since kindergarten, right? And so like actually having like someone get shot on your college campus in front of you, even if it was like one shot and one person died, like that must have been terrifying. So I feel really bad for the students there, on both sides. I hope nobody got injured in like the panic and like people running away. I hope nobody got injured there who were just like students. Again, on both sides. I hope nobody got injured, because like crowds and like trampling and all that can be really dangerous, and crowd crush and all that. So I haven't heard too much about any injuries there. So hopefully everyone made it out okay. And yeah, so hopefully if there were any injuries, it was just the one person, right? Is Charlie Kirk a bad person? Well, was Charlie Kirk a bad person? Yes. He was 100% a scumbag and a racist. He said multiple times that black people were better off under segregation and Jim Crow. And He said that black women lack the intellectual facility of white men. He said that when he got on an airplane, he hoped that the pilot was a white man, because if it was a black woman or anyone other than a white man, then they were a DEI hire. And, quite frankly, I think, anyone who says that shit is repulsive, full stop. But not only that, he absolutely spread Russian propaganda. In his organization, it was confirmed that several people in that organization were being paid by Russia. I don't believe he was confirmed to have taken money from Russia yet. I know people like Tim Pool, Lauren Chen, and I believe Candace Owens were leaked to have taken money from Russia to spread propaganda, and he exposed them and platformed them and spread their views and allowed them to spread their views with his platform. So did he take money from Russia? Maybe not, but he did certainly spread the word of people who were. And so he is partially responsible for the 1 million dead Ukrainians. And so 100%, I do not feel bad for him or his wife in the slightest. I think, if Charlie Kirk had never, if we were in an alternate universe where Charlie Kirk never existed, I fully believe that more Ukrainians would be alive and more Russian soldiers would be dead. And the invading army being destroyed is a good thing. And so I think that's a pretty solid line of reasoning. I think even if you took out all of his fucking other disgusting fucking views and his small little fucking face, like, what the fuck, man? Yeah. Even if you took out all the rest of that, just his responsibility in Ukraine alone, I fully believe he should have been tried. And if they found that he was taking Russian money to spread Russian propaganda, or if he was in talks with Russians to spread Russian propaganda, I think he should have been locked up for sedition or maybe even treason, because Russia is absolutely an enemy of the state and an enemy of freedom around the world. And if you support them, you are against freedom. And I think, claiming to be pro-freedom while supporting Russia is hypocrisy in the highest and is truly disgusting, because we know what they want freedom for. They don't want freedom for everyone. They want freedom for themselves, for rich, disgusting, white pieces of shit fascists. And he is a fucking fascist. People are going around saying, "Oh, he was not he was the moderate. He was the moderate. He was not the fucking moderate." And you're kidding yourself. But yeah, that's my statement. Charlie Kirk was a bad person. I do not mourn him. I don't think anyone should. And so is it a bad thing that, like, it had to be in public and, like, so many people, saw it and, like, potentially again got hurt in the stampede in the crowd, and, like, so many people were, like, traumatized? Yeah, that's probably bad. Should he have, lived to stand trial? Yeah, probably. But more Ukrainians are going to be alive now that he's not spreading their fucking propaganda. And I can't be upset about that. But let's get on to the trolling part. I will say on Wednesday, everyone was always talking about, like, oh man, I can't go 5 minutes on social media without seeing the video. Oh, it's so traumatizing. I could not find the video for the life of me. I was looking for it on social media for, like, quite a while. I gave it a good solid 20 minutes of looking. I could not find shit. So I had to go on fucking watchpeopledie.com to actually see it. I compared it to trying to find your favorite porno, but you can't remember the name. Another thing another thought that I have was he spent his entire career talking about how single moms are destroying this country, and he just created one. So that's kind of funny. Practice what you preach, buddy. Says he's pro-life, dives. Pretty good one. I've said multiple times on Twitter, but I bet his wife won't even last a week. I bet she's already on Tinder again. I said AOC's DMs are going to be a lot quieter now that he's not begging for feet pics under alt accounts. Maybe someone will. Maybe someone will keep creating alt accounts trying to get her feet pics. Just in memoriam for him. But yeah, I feel like her DMs are just gonna not be the same. So that's kind of sad. I did have a theory that Trump did this and it was a false flag to distract from the pedophile birthday card. And I don't think we should stop talking about that because he's a pedophile and that fucking birthday card is incriminating as fuck. And then also, I guess in conclusion, I do want to give a statement about all the fucking people on the left and I guess in the center who are like, political violence is bad. Wah. And bitching and moaning and complaining about the fucking death of this guy is like people being like, XXX Tentacion was a bad guy, but he didn't deserve to get shot. When he was a violent fucking felon and a serial domestic abuser. No, fuck X and fuck this guy. They're both fucking pieces of shit, and the world is better off without them. The world demonstrably will be better off without them. So, yeah. So hearing Gavin Newsom and Obama be pussies about it and backtrack from it. No, fuck you. Fuck you. Fucking stay quiet or fucking double down and be like, he was a fascist. And fucking sic semper fascistos, bro. It's not fucking good to have them in our country. They're poisoning our fucking country. They're making everyone fucking stupider. They're making the entire country fucking stupid with all their fucking bullshit policies, the fucking tariffs. Fucking everything is retarded now. And, everyone's on Twitter now being like, oh, Charlie Kirk's dead. They're making their whole fucking personalities about Charlie Kirk. They're all fucking virtue signaling. Anyone who got a picture with Charlie Kirk, they're making it their fucking profile pic or their banner now. They're fucking but they're all virtue signaling about his death. That's the funniest part for me is they're all virtue signaling about his death. They're all like, oh my God, it's so sad. I knew Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk was so amazing. Blah, 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 blah. Matt Walsh, he's like, oh man, it's so sad. Charlie Kirk's dead. Oh my God, it's so tragic. We're going to fight the left, blah, 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 blah. But it's literally not even 24 hours after Charlie Kirk fucking died on fucking Thursday. He died Wednesday. On Thursday, Matt Walsh updated his bio to #1 conservative talk show host in America. Charlie Kirk was #1, but now that he's dead, Matt Walsh upgraded his bio immediately after. Turning Point USA, they're like, yeah, our founder fucking died. Give us money. Give us money. Give us money. Fucking Trump pretended to be sad about him, but he released a fucking AI video. Like we talked about earlier, he released a fucking AI video. And on Thursday, he appeared to have fucking Bell's palsy. Apparently it's cleaned up. I don't know what happened there, but he temporarily was drooping at the fucking side of his mouth. That's not good. But people asked him about it and he was like, oh, it was very sad. Anywho, let's talk about the ballroom I'm opening. They got a video of him at the fucking Yankees game. They wouldn't show his face because again, he had fucking Bell's palsy and he was drooling out the side of his droopy ass mouth. Fucking, I did have a banger tweet where I said, and I quote, sorry, I don't want to misquote myself because I feel like it was pretty good. Call my dick Donald Trump, the way she just stroked that shit. Some good shit. If any rappers want to use that in a video or in a song, go for it. It's hard as fuck. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Give me credit. Give me royalties, or like, give me 1 cent of royalties, you know, and like put me in the writers section. But like, I just want 1 cent of royalties if you use it. Thank you. You know, just the credit would be nice. But yeah, fucking yeah, like he couldn't give a fuck. He's skipping the fucking memorial service to go play golf on in New Jersey. I think it happened over the weekend. He went and he just skipped it. He didn't fucking go, and he just wanted to play golf. And it's just like nobody really gives a fuck except for Candace Owens. Candace Owens, like, actually, to her credit, she's a fucking soulless bitch. But like, to her credit, she did actually seem sad, and she, like, you know, she wasn't posting photos of like Charlie Kirk to like virtue signal. She was like posting a lot of photos of them just like hanging out together, and like, you know, he was just one of the girls, man. So that's, you know, like, she actually seems sad about it, and like his own wife doesn't even seem sad about it. Like, she's just like, yeah, we're gonna fight the left, give us money. And it's just like, that's why I said I know she's gonna be on Tinder if she's not already. She didn't give a fuck about that guy, and neither would I, right? Like, like, if I need a microscope to see the man's fucking face, if it's all just like empty real estate on his fucking head, like, man, I'd be fucking, you know, other dudes. I'd be fucking the pool boy too. So like, I get it, Erica. It's all good. Live your truth, girl. Live your fucking truth. Just don't be a pussy about it, you know? Don't be like, oh, I love my husband so much. No, get some other dick and then be like, you know, yeah, my husband couldn't find the fucking clit. We all know that. Like, we don't blame you. We get it. He's fucking retarded, you know? He's a fucking idiot. And he was ugly. He was dumb. And he had a shit haircut. He had a really bad haircut, dude. Oh my god. Yeah. But anywho, yeah, I think, you know, it's really fucking funny to see everyone like virtue signal about Charlie Kirk, but they really don't give a fuck about him. And it's also really funny to see a bunch of people be like, "Oh, we're not canceling you for saying bad shit about him. All you have to do is just stay quiet if you didn't like him." But also on Sunday, and like even up to today, my timeline has been filled with, if your pastor didn't bring up Charlie Kirk, it's time to leave that church. So you are canceling people and you are boycotting people just for not even bringing him up. So I think that's kind of fucking ridiculous. And the right are always fucking hypocrites. They're a bunch of fucking pussies about it. And it's really fucking pathetic to see. Like, yeah, all the fucking liberals who are like, whoa, let's not kill fascists, and like, who are taking a step back and being like, you know, being like, oh, just kidding, you know, hey, fascists, like, that's obviously fucking dumb and like sad, right? But like, the and like pathetic, right? But like, obviously the right is always going to be pathetic because they are the party of being pathetic. That's their whole fucking shtick, is being a bunch of fucking losers who can't be fucking cool. They're never on the cutting edge. They're always fucking cringe. And they're always fucking lagging behind because they're stupid. They attract the dumbest fucking people. It is well-known fucking fact that the most educated and the more intelligent people are always on the fucking left. And everyone's acting like Charlie Kirk was this brilliant free speech debater, but he got fucking owned every single time he went up against someone with like any level of debate training. And I would have liked to see, you know, him against Dean Withers, but Dean Withers is a fucking pussy who's like, oh, I'm so sad about Charlie Kirk's death. And it's just like, bro, like, come on. You're just sad because he was your fucking cash cow, you know? Like, because he was always a pussy who would never fucking debate you. And now you're sad because you never get to fucking own him. And you never get to make, like, 300 billion YouTube short clip compilations of you owning him, right? You never get to fucking do that now. So, like, either you're actually sad about him dying, which is fucking cringe because he was a terrible person, or you're actually sad about him dying, or like you're actually sad about him dying because he was your fucking cash cow. And either way, it's like fucking cringe. So Dean Withers has lost a lot of my respect. Gavin Newsom obviously proved that he was all fucking talk, you know, because he was constantly talking about, oh, Trump's a fascist, Trump's a fascist. But like when somebody actually fights back against a fascist, he's like, whoa, 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 let's, you know, we can't do political violence and all that. So fucking, it's just exposing a lot of people. Drew Pavlu, I used to agree with him a lot, but he's just gone like full mask off in like agreeing with Charlie Kirk all the time because he's a fucking dumb pussy. And, you know, I went on his stream on Twitter that day, and I kept saying, like, you didn't post anything nearly as, like, you didn't go nearly as in-depth about this as when, you know, Melissa Hortman, Representative Hoffman were attacked, you know, Representative Hortman and her husband were killed in their own home. Representative Hoffman and his wife were wounded, but thankfully not killed. But he didn't post like nearly as much about that. But he spent, you know, hours ranting and raving and rambling, posting a whole like hundreds of fucking tweets about it. And like he didn't give the same courtesy to a fucking sitting elected official who was just doing her fucking job and got murdered for it. And, you know, the right's always like, and well, they were like, this is war. When was the last time a right-wing person killed a left-leaning person? And it's like, it happened 2 months ago. You laughed about it. The other people on the left called for gun control. I don't think it's a fucking gun issue. I'm still pro-gun. But it's a fucking, you know, it's a right-wing terrorism issue. And, you know, and I think if the right had more fucking decent people on it, right? Like, I wouldn't fucking agree with them. I still wouldn't vote for him. But, like, maybe I'd sit down and I'd, like, actually, maybe I'd co-sponsor a bill with them, right? Or I'd vote for a bipartisan bill. But, like, at the end of the day, you can't. You fucking can't. Because they've lost their fucking minds. They're all delusional, paranoid schizophrenics who have created a cult of personality around quite possibly the most retarded man in this country. And there's no reasoning with them. And so if they want to do a civil war, they're free to, but I don't think they would win. I think they're all retarded. I think in order to support them, you have to have less brain cells or less IQ points than is reasonable. So the vast, vast, vast majority of them are very, very, very stupid. They are just dumb. They're not very smart. And so they won't win in the end because fascism never wins, because anyone who's, smart, politically capable, shit like that, is a threat to the leader. And then as soon as the cult of personality falls apart, they can't coalesce. Like, they're trying to coalesce around J.D. Vance, because J.D. Vance filled in for Charlie Kirk's fucking stupid-ass podcast. But now, like, yeah, they're going to like him for a little bit, but in a few weeks, they're going to fucking forget about it. J.D. Vance is going to be weird and unpalatable and uncharismatic, and they're not going to be able to coalesce around anyone. Because they never can. Because fascism fucking eats itself. Same with hardcore, like, communist, hardcore socialists, right? Any fucking kind of authoritarian bullshit always eventually eats itself because it coalesces around one cult of personality and they don't want any threats to them. So at the end of the day, if they want to fucking try a civil war, they'll destroy themselves in their own civil war. And, you know, us sensible people on the fucking left, you know, on the liberal side, will just watch as they fucking tear each other apart. And that's gonna be it. So you're welcome to try. If you come to my door, you're gonna be in for a surprise. But, you know, please do. Please fucking do. You know, fucking harass me all you want. Like, I can actually fucking take it. I've been trolling these people a whole bunch. Ideally, at the end of the day, I think it would be funny. You know, every time they, like, fucking rage quit and, like, oh, they block me, or they, like, it's so obvious that they're fucking, like, so triggered and shit, and they're always, like, their fifis are so hurt because they're fucking, the guy they jerk off to all the fucking time is fucking dead. And it's just, like, it's really fucking funny, you know? Like, at the end of the day, the trolling has been superb. It's been fucking hilarious to just fucking nonstop troll these people, because they're the easiest fucking people to troll. They're so fucking pussy, but they act like they're so fucking tough. They're like, this is war. We're under attack. We're going to destroy the left. But they said the same shit when Cracker Barrel changed their fucking logo. Dude, like, no one takes you seriously because you're not serious. You're a bunch of fucking aggrandizing blowhards, and you can't accomplish anything because you're all fucking stupid. And it's really fucking funny. And, you know, yeah, you're tearing the country apart in the short term, but I fundamentally believe, you know, pessimistic as I am, I believe that America will move on from you people, and you'll either fade into irrelevance or you'll suffer the fucking consequences. And, you know, maybe, you know, we need less pussy leaders in 2028 who will actually go out of their way and punish all the bad actors who enabled this to happen. You know, Trump, Vance, Elon, the whole cabinet, all these podcasters, you know, the Russians who fucking paid for this shit. Get them the fuck out of here. Lock them the fuck up, right? For the rest of their miserable, fucking useless fucking lives, lock them the hell up, right? But at the end of the fucking day, you know, we tried this fucking stupid ass experiment, and it didn't work, and it's making the country worse. And eventually, hopefully, we can make our people less stupid and more, you know, like, aware and awake and not looking at their fucking TikTok all the goddamn time. I think TikTok is the biggest problem, really. I think TikTok is the biggest fucking problem. So we need to get fucking China locked up too. You know, we need to fucking go and make sure that the TikTok gets removed from the App Store. Sorry, I'm gonna have some water. Sorry about that. But yeah, I really... TikTok, China, and Russia are the three biggest threats here. And we need to make sure that they're in check for future elections. But without them, I think the country is going to be better off, and I think sensible people are going to be able to combat these false narratives, and we're going to be a better country for it. But anywho, I want to thank you all very much for listening. I kind of spoke a little bit longer than I thought I would, but again, sorry about that. I want to thank, on my own behalf and on Danny's behalf, I want to thank everyone who checks out our Patreon, all of our free members, and I also want to offer that if you join our paid memberships, you get a by name shout out in every episode, both in the description and at the end of each and every episode. So please go check that out. If you join our $3 tier, you get to hear part 1 early and ad free. So that part, you know, with Danny, up to, you know, the 45-minute mark this week, you know, you could definitely check that out. There's also a small discount on our merch over on our Teespring, and the link in our description. But if you join our $5 tier, you get access to the whole episode early and ad free, plus all of our movie commentaries. We've done the original Star Wars trilogy. We've done 2 out of the 3 prequels. We didn't do the Phantom Menace, but you honestly can skip that one. We did Transformers 1 and 2. We did The Rock with Scott Henson, rest in peace. Yeah, definitely go check that out. We have a good time making those. We have a good time, you know, and we think we have a pretty fun energy. And if you want to watch those terrible movies, not the original Star Wars trilogy, those are really good. But if you want to watch the prequels or the first two Transformer movies or shitty movies like that, definitely go check that out. We also did robots, and I wanted to fuck the robots. And if you want to hear me fuck the robots, there you go. You also get a bigger discount to our Teespring. I think I already mentioned that. But yeah, anywho, Teespring, good. Go check that out. We've got some cool designs. I really like the white tech or the black text on white on the hoodie. I think the hoodie looks really good. I have it here. I'm actually really excited to wear it when the temperature finally goes down. It's been really hot. But when the temperature really, finally goes down, I'm going to be really excited to wear that because I think it looks really nice. And I think all the designs look pretty cool, so definitely go check that out. We are on social media. We are at IIHS Podcast on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Threads, Blue Sky. I think that's it. Definitely go check us out there. I've been trolling on Twitter nonstop since Wednesday. If you like trolling right-wing people, definitely go check that out. Sorry. Oh my god. Yeah, I need to stop talking soon. Yeah, check us out on social media. My name is Caleb, been incredibly influential. Danny was highly successful. We'll talk to you guys next week. Wish me a happy birthday, please.